Hi, friends. My name is Lisa Schmidt. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Welcome to Saturday in the Studio. I hope you've had a great week. I am so excited to get to the weekend. Always, I love the weekend. Last week, someone said, "How was your weekend?" And somebody else replied and said, "Too short." Well, yeah, so is summer and so is any vacation, right? But that's why we enjoy them. So today I'm going to show you two fall cards that I just think are so very, very pretty. So let's just go ahead and get started right away. This is a current set. It's not a new set. It's called Autumn Leaves. And I'm going to show you how these leaves look, if you recall. So you can stamp the background and stamp the veins. You can die cut the background and die cut the veins. Or you can, so these are die cut. You can stamp and not die cut. And then we've got these really fun phrases. I love the I'm thankful with a grateful heart, all of them. I just think they're really, really, really pretty. So I'm going to use that. Some of my favorite dies in here are these like little bonus dies is what I call them. I love the maple, and I'm going to be using the maple. This has like, let me just see if it has, how many dies it has. It has, oh, I can't see it right off the top of, but it has a lot of dies in it. So, and it also has these
forest of leaf species.
And also have these for your sentiments. So there is lots and lots and lots of dies. There we are. Oh, here's the little ones. I'm like, I know there's more. So here are the little ones. And then there's also these for texture. And then that's a funny die. And then there's these for sentiments. So lots and lots of things in there. We are going to start with my kind of like traditional fall card, which is Cajun Craze. And it's our standard 8.5 by 5.5. And then I scored it in the middle at 4 1/4. And then I scored it 1 inch over. So if this is, I don't even know. I just hold this at the score line and measure 1 inch. So I don't measure from the end, just from here. So we're going to make a card that is actually a book fold. And it's really, really pretty. So let's go ahead and fold that back. We'll do that first. And then we'll go ahead and add some Designer Series paper. Did you have a chance to look that up? Dave's going to look up and see. I can't remember. This is a 6 by 6 Designer Series paper that comes with lots of different seasons. So I have a card with this one, which I'll show you in a little bit. So I'm going to use the polka dots on this one. Grab some adhesive here. And, you know, the book fold is I think it's fun. It sort of gives it this nice, oops, I'm actually going to layer that on pecan pie. Pecan pie right here. It just gives you this nice, it just has a little tiny border. I can barely see it on top of the wood, but a little border there that I'm going to put right here. So let's go ahead and stick that on.
Is it?
Nope.
Okay.
It's an online exclusive. Anyway.
I'm in 6 by 6.
I know. Came out recently. There it is. Iconic Celebrations is what it's called. Okay, and then I want to put something on the side. So this is also from Iconic Celebrations. The pumpkins are sure cute. Should we use those this time? Maybe I will. That's kind of fun.
Yep.
I think I will. And I'm also going to mat those on some pecan pie. What a great name of a paper, pecan pie. How many of you like pecan pie?
Me.
I like it. I like it at Thanksgiving. I wouldn't eat it any other time. I don't know why, but I cannot see that on. Let's grab a piece. I'm just going to grab my envelope here. I can't see the the edges on this wood. There we go.
Because I know your tabletop is also pecan pie.
Yeah, it's a very small edge there. All right. And then this piece, we're just going to stick right on that book fold. You know, and usually I put a ribbon through the book fold. Didn't do that this time. Just sealed it up. Inside, and then we'll decorate the front. I'm using Very Vanilla. So inside, oops. Oh, I didn't seal it yet. Usually I put a ribbon around it and I stick the ribbon in here, but we're going to just seal it closed like that. And you can use a regular quarter sheet of the cardstock if you want, but I'm just going to use this, and then I get a border on this side too. I believe this is 3 inches by our 5 1/4. So let's go ahead and stick this in. So pretty. Love it, love it, love it. It's just kind of a fun, different card. And you could do it this way too. This one is going to be this way because our pumpkins are that way, but we could do it the other way. Okay, we're going to use some fun things here. I think I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to use these really fun gold leaves. They're actually called, I have them in a little
Hi,
container
friends.
here.
Thanks for checking in.
Woven golden leaves. It says peel and stick. I don't understand that piece because I don't see any peel. I don't know. I don't see any peel off, but that's okay. I just use adhesive and stick it on. So let's go ahead and stamp this first. Let me get my mat here, and I'm going to stamp this with a grateful heart. So let's grab that one with a grateful heart. And I'm going to grab a little block here. And of course, use our Cajun Craze. Dave's trying to peel it off now too. I don't get it.
Yeah, no, there's no
I
peel
don't
here.
see it, but that's okay. They're still beautiful. All right, so with a grateful heart, let's see if we can get that kind of straight. I love the clear because I can see through it and I can get it straight. Love that. All right. Then the other thing we're going to put on here is one little leaf, one of the maple leaves. Get that out. Just one of these. Aren't these so pretty? They have lots of detail. You can see with the lines, the veins. I just think they're so fun. So I am going to pop this up, and then I think I'm going to glue those underneath. I think I'm going to do it that way. And I think I'm going to go lower. On the other one I made, I went higher, but I'm going to go lower. All right, let's get some dimensionals here. Look at that. I got to bring some more over. Oh, but we've got a piece of edge. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. We've got an edge piece, so that's great. I don't see my take your pick, but I do see oh, that's not the one. I was thinking that was the little sharp part. That's okay. It's okay. All good. All right. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go low, like I said, down here. And then I'm going to just put some adhesive. I just would love to hear about these. But regardless, I'm going to put some adhesive on there and stick it under. Even if I have to pull that up a little bit, that's okay. It looks like, no, to me, both sides look exactly the same. So I don't see a difference in the two sides. I'll go ahead and put this one under here, kind of like that. And then, this is still straight because I moved it twice already. And then I'm going to take my little maple leaf. Love the maple leaf. Put a little dimensional on it and pop it kind of. I'm going to spread these apart a little bit more so I can actually put my little maple in the middle. Oopsie, I don't like that stem right there. I might just tuck it under like that. Just like that.
You can
Then
also color the leaves with Stampin' Blends.
these?
Yep.
Oh, these. Oh,
Yes.
I did not, the gold
ones.
ones. I did not know that. All right, and I'm going to put on a few little gems. These are the adhesive back sparkle gems. And we're going to stick these on. I'm going to use gold because it's gold. I'm going to stick one on down here. I'm going to stick one on up here. No, where I want them is down here because I'm trying to offset this. That's where the 3 comes. I want 2 here and maybe 1 up here somewhere. We'll see. All right, I'm going to go for a bigger one down here and then maybe a little one, a littlest one, maybe over here. A little bit all on one side. The other thing is I could move this one over here. I like that better. All right, so there it is with a grateful heart. The last thing we could do if we want to, oh no, that's my other card. Never mind. The other thing that could be cute, and this is always a fun thing, when I die cut a bunch of something, I always make sure I keep some because, you know, you never know if you die cut more than you need. So we could stick this one on the outside, but I'm going to put it right here on the inside. It's just so pretty, made out of gold, or with the gold. Let's just stick that in there. Pull this down just like that. Isn't that pretty?
Very pretty.
I think it's really pretty too. Look at that. Move all these things off your visual. Isn't that fun? So here's the other one that I made with the other designer series paper with the leaves instead of the polka dots. The same thing, but I used the square. And Autumn teaches us that change can be beautiful. As you know, I'm not a big change person. Don't move my cheese. But yes, change can be beautiful. So there we have it. Dave, what do you have for us? Because I have another card to make for them.
Sure. So one of the things I want to draw your attention to today is a new event that we are hosting called Escape and Create. Escape and Create is going to be held up at the Refuge Little Falls. It is a fantastic stamping-filled weekend.
Ooh, I like that.
February 14th. It is a sweet weekend, but you can come up. You'll get to stay for 10 people. You can stay at the Refuge Little Falls, our beautiful retreat house in Little Falls, Minnesota, approximately an hour and a half from the Twin City metro area. And then we also have opened up space for 10 more people. So if you are local and want to stay at home but still come and participate, or you want to stay in a hotel nearby, both of those are options for 10 more people. So Escape and Create. During the weekend, it is February 14th through the 16th. Like I said, at the Refuge Little Falls, you will get a swag bag filled with over $50 in product.
That's the fun part.
You will have all the supplies for the 10 projects that we are going to be making. One nice thing, you can make those. We will offer opportunities throughout the weekend when you can make them together as a group. Or if you're like, you know what, I just want to make them on my own, totally fine. You will have a sheet that you can also use to follow and make those as well. Obviously, we'll be providing all of your meals. The other thing is you're going to have extra time. So you have extra time that you can work on whatever other projects you want. Maybe it's stamping, maybe it's scrapbooking, quilting, whatever your heart desires. There will be other time available for you to do that as well. So if you want to stay at the Refuge, the cost for everything, swag bag, sleeping space, crafting space, all the projects, only $270. If you want to stay somewhere else, so it's $150 for your swag bag, your materials, your meals, and then your lodging would be on your own apart from that. So 2 separate options available for you. But please go ahead, as with everything, go to thestamperstudio.com, click on Escape and Create, and you'll be able to sign up for our next very fun adventure.
I'm so excited for that. You know what I just found? On Monday, I talked to you about several cards that had these. Let me just pull them out of here. They had these kind of matte finish. Okay, I'll just pull the whole thing out. Matte finished gems. Look at that. They are called the Faux Glass Dots. There we are. Faux Glass Dots. Doesn't say the colors here, but they are Cajun Craze, probably Old Olive. I would say this one is, I'm going to go with that crushed curry, or probably crushed curry or wild wheat, and then the pumpkin pie. Aren't those fun? Look how fun. I just saw those on Monday. I was talking to you about those. Okay, so this next card is one that you have probably...
Would you like to know the colors of those? They are
Yes.
Cajun Craze, Copper Clay, Mossy Meadow, and Wild Wheat.
There we go. Okay, so thank you. I am going to use our Stampin' Blends. I want to get my colors correct here. And you may have seen this, but you can tell we've made a lot of cards with this already. So I'm going to turn it this way. And I'm going to lean on a piece of paper because otherwise it's going to get on my edges. Didn't want that. So I'm going to put this down pretty low, probably just line it up right there. And I'm going to use this to make this really beautiful background. Now, if you've never used the Stampin' Blends, you want to put them over here first. See that big splotch of color? Well, I don't want that big splotch of color. I just want some really pretty color. Just putting it around like that. Not this. right? That's a little bit pretty. Let me move it up. Choop. There we go. All right, there we go. All right, and then in pumpkin pie, same thing. I'm going to get some of that off and then kind of rub some in here. You want to make sure you get it over your torn edge here because that's going to give us that sharp contrast. Okay, then I'm going to go to cherry cobbler and just tap, tap, get some of that off. Give it a little bit of red. I'm going to add more orange because I would like a little bit more fall pumpkin pie. How many of you like pumpkin pie? I like a small piece of pumpkin pie, but that's all.
Once a year.
Once a year. I'm not a big pumpkin pie person, but once a year I like a little piece. All right. I'm kind of getting a lot of swirlies here, and that's okay. I'm going to go back to my cherry cobbler. You just keep going until you feel like you've gotten what you want it to look like. I just want it to look kind of these different fall colors.
I find sometimes it's helpful for me to start on the left side with some and on the right side with others.
You kill me. Dave finds it's sometimes easier to start on the left side with some, like he said. All right. I'm going to add a little
Just
bit
gives you
more.
darker
And I'm going to
on
add a
both
little bit
sides.
more of that red because I get a little bit more contrast here, maybe up in this corner. Where you just keep layering till you feel like, oh, that is so pretty, which is where I'm just about at here. Isn't that pretty? Love it, love it, love it. So now I am going to stamp.
Thank you, friends. My friends are with me.
Whatever. With Changing Leaves, this is a new online exclusive stamp set. And I love, love, love these leaves. This is also, help me out here, 3D.
Oh, it's a hybrid embossing
Thank
folder.
you. Hybrid embossing folder. So you can die cut and emboss at the same time, which is amazing. So that's what those are. But I'm going to use, whoopsie, I'm going to use the stamps that come in this. And I'm going to start with my big one, the big leaf. Now here's the deal. When you stamp this, you have to drop down about that much. I also want to be on my mat.
About
You
an
need-
eighth of an inch.
Yep, you have to drop down a little bit because whether you realize it or not, this has a little bit of thickness to it. So you drop down just a little bit and the stamp is going to go right to the edge of that. So let's go ahead and add some of these leaves. I'm going to start over here and stamp those. And these are in cherry cobbler. Okay, I'm going to put some over here. See that? I could even probably go up a little bit, but it's okay. I'm going to go up a tiny bit more, just like that. There we go. And maybe one more. I'm not sure. I'm just going to leave it for now. I can always go back and add another one. All right. And then I'm going to take this one, which is, I'm still stamping it. I'm going to stamp all the leaves in cherry cobbler. So let's go over here. And then I'm going to go down here. Oh yeah, I think that's perfect. It's even maybe even less than an eighth. I don't know. And I'm kind of doing these on an angle as I see. I notice. And then, oh, those are my two leaves. So I am going to put a few more of this. I must not have done any of the really big one. I'm going to do a little bit more right here. That. And I need a little bit more right here. Because I want it to kind of be full. All right. Now, I hate to say this, but this is from a stamp set that somehow got left. I think the stamp set got sold. I'm not sure what stamp set it's from, but I really like the dots. I'm going to use them. And I'm sure we have other stamp sets with some dots. But it just is the right touch for this. So anyway, that's what it is. Look how fun. Isn't that so awesome? So now we've got this really cool edge. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And we're going to stamp our words actually directly on here. I have a little note, which comes from here. A little note to brighten your day. You could also do, you're amazing in every single way. I couldn't have done it without you. Probably thank you on the outside. Couldn't have done it without you on the inside, or here for you. I'm just going to use a little note to brighten your day. Thankfully, it is a clear one. We'll see if we can get it straight here. And if not, oh, that's pretty good. If not, we would just die cut something and put it over it, but that works. We're good. All right, I'm going to close these inks because you know what happens when you leave ink open. You get ink on yourself. So let's close all these. There we go. And I'm going to use some twine, just the regular. This is, it's not the linen thread. It's the one that comes in the pack of 5. Linen thread is a little bit, it might be. I think linen thread is a little bit thinner. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to wrap this around 2 times. I want a little bit more over here because I'm going to make a bow. So let's get that. I'm going to wrap this around 2 times. So it comes in a pack with white and gray and black and I think a second gray. So I see that. You don't see it. I see it. I'm going to put a gem on top of it. You know what? When you make a mistake, quote unquote mistake, it's just a space for more embellishments. So let's give myself some space here for a bow. When I make a bow with the linen thread, I actually like to, I think I did it differently last time. That's okay. I actually like to make a knot first because otherwise it's just too, oopsie, it's just too slick. It's like moving all over. I can't do it. So let's get that one. There we go. And then I'm going to show you if it's loose, I'll show you another way to make it tighter. But I'm going to make a knot right here.
And that's from the Baker's Twine Essentials.
Oh, there we go.
pack.
Thank you. Baker's Twine. Okay. And I have it quite tight. If I didn't, what I could do is twist it here and put a piece of tape. And that would make it so it was taut, which is what I want. All right. My mother-in-law always says you tie bows upside down. So I'm going to do that and make it, and it will come out the way I want it to be. There we go. Just like that. One side is too long, so we'll just trim that off. There we go. Okay, and now we're ready to stick it on our cherry cobbler base. So let's get this out of the way. Use our, you know, there's definitely some fall leaves coming. I don't know if they're falling in your yard, but they're definitely falling here. So, and we're actually going to Boston over MEA, which is a Minnesota Teachers Association conference weekend. And we have Thursday and Friday off from school. So we are going to go to Boston, and I'm so excited to see the leaves there because I've never been to Boston in the fall. All right.
Are you a pirate?
I know. Let's go ahead and use these. I'm going to put some gems on. I'm thinking probably I'm going to go with the pumpkin pie. Did you say that was one of the colors? I'm really confused why I don't have take your pick over here. I have like 500 of them. Not exactly, but that's all right. I'll just use this. I'm going to take the biggest one and put it right on my splotch. So that covers that. And then I'm going to take this one and put it over here. I'm going to put one right there. I like to make 3s, do it in 3s like that. Isn't that so fun? And then you just need to put a piece of vanilla on the inside. And of course you could stamp something on the inside. That would be kind of fun. Let's do that. Let's do that kind of watermark. Ooh, let's go ahead and do that. I'm like, I don't know why, I just love it. So I'm going to do it in, Dave's laughing because he knows I do. I really like it. So if you're going to do a watermark, you got to make sure you stamp it off enough times. Otherwise, you're going to be like, ooh, got a lot there. So I'm going to use this little notepad. I'm going to stamp it off once, twice, and I think this one will be just fine right there. Except for my smudge, but that's okay. It's okay. Look at that. You can't even see it. You don't, there's nothing there. Isn't that fun? You could just write right over it. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So there are some fun fall cards. And, you know, sometimes I feel like we do a lot of paper crafting and we don't always use stamping. And I have to say that's one thing I really like about this card. The whole thing is stamping. And so I think that's just kind of fun sometimes. So there you go. Here's the other one I made. Very similar. I realized I did this differently on this one because this is a double bow that I stuck on. So I started in the back. Went around twice and taped it in the back and then did
attached your bow.
Yes, then I attached. See right there, you can see. I didn't even go all the way around and then attached my bow. So different ways to do it. I like the double bow, but anyway, there we are. Isn't that fun? And this one was the other way on my paper. So just some fun fall cards, just to get in the spirit of fall. One thing I like to do in the fall is I really like to make pumpkin spice cookies. I don't know if we'll make them. I also really like pumpkin bars. How many of you like pumpkin bars? Maybe we should make them for like Card Cafe.
We could.
All right. Done. All right, friends. Have a wonderful weekend, and I look forward to seeing you on Monday. So happy stamping, friends.